Hello everyone, I'm your new English teacher, Ihab. I'm gonna be with you online for English lessons, and for those who didn't see the post online on the Facebook, we're gonna be trying to pick up the pace a little bit because we don't want to fall behind. So let's get to it, and we're gonna get started right away. Today lesson is Unit 6, Telling Tales, on page 48. So let's get started.
Unit 6, page 49. Read. Exercise 2. Read and listen to the text.
I'm your long-lost son. Over 150 years ago, a rich woman in England called Lady Tichborne put advertisements in newspapers around the world. They announced that she was looking for news about her son, Sir Roger Tichborne, who had been on a ship called the Bella, travelling back from South America in 1854. The Bella had sunk and all passengers were presumed drowned, but Lady Tichborne refused to believe that Roger had died. 11 years after the accident, Lady Tichborne received a letter from a lawyer in Sydney, Australia. The lawyer explained that he was representing a man called Arthur Orton. Orton had told the lawyer that he was Lady Tichborne's son. Overjoyed, Lady Tichborne asked an old family servant who was now living in Sydney to visit Orton and corroborate his incredible story. The servant remembered a slim, dark-haired young man, but found Orton to be fat with light brown hair. However, Orton could remember so many details about the family that he soon convinced the servant that he was Sir Roger. So Orton met Lady Tichborne in Paris. She was French and had taught Roger to speak the language fluently. When she saw Orton, she was so happy to have her precious son back, even though he looked rather different and couldn't speak a word of French. Lady Tichborne promised Orton that he would receive £1,000 a year. Once Lady Tichborne had accepted him, many other friends and family members did the same. However, several members of the family were dissatisfied with the situation, alleging that the man was an impostor, but Lady Tichborne ignored them. When Lady Tichborne died, Orton wanted to claim all of the family land and money from Lady Tichborne's younger son, Henry. The family hired lawyers to investigate him, and in 1874 there was a famous trial that lasted 188 days. Over 100 witnesses claimed that Orton was Sir Roger. However, the lawyers proved that Orton had been born in London, the son of a butcher. The jury found him guilty, and he was sentenced to 10 years in prison for his illegal behavior. Many people who had supported him refused to believe the truth and started a protest in the streets of London. However, when he left prison in 1884, everyone had forgotten him. In 1885, Orton confessed that he had been an impostor all along, but later he claimed he was innocent. He died in poverty in 1898, and his coffin still bears the name Sir Roger Tichborne.
Welcome back. This is a very, very nice topic. This is very, very interesting vocabulary. As for me, and you will get to know me by the time, I do really love English, and inshallah I will make you all love the language. Just we need to look at it from different perspective. We don't have to look at it like it's a subject that we have to study, or the English, oh, it's really difficult, I can't express myself. No, don't look at it this way. Let's just walk step by step slowly, and we will understand everything by time. Don't rush yourself, just take it easy, okay? So as for this lesson, it's very interesting lesson because it has, you know, meanings about illegal and legal vocabulary, and we're gonna need that. We're gonna use it in our lives. You know, for example, if you have any friend having any problem, or you have your neighbor got himself in trouble, so how are you gonna describe yourself to explain to anyone else what happened? You need to understand this, and we're gonna learn it in an enjoyable way because we're talking about crime, punishment, and imposters who's really, you know, people, I think they are like having problems because they take identities and they try to fool people and scam people, okay? So we're talking about crimes, we're talking about punishment, we're talking about how you can get arrested for something. All these kind of vocabulary, we're gonna use it and we're gonna learn about it in a good way. So all what I need you to do, just focus with me, and we're gonna talk about vocabulary now, and let's go. So guys, the common problem for anyone he's trying or she's trying to read anything in English is the words. In order for me or anyone else who's trying to understand anything in English or any story in English, they first need to understand what the word means in order for them to understand the meaning of the story. So, as for this story right here, we're gonna go to the vocabulary of this story to understand what's exactly going on here. Number one, people who appear in court to say what they know about a crime. So, when you go to the court and you're gonna try to say information or anything you have seen to the judge, your name is gonna be witness. So in court, when you go to the judge to tell them about something you have seen, your name is gonna be a witness. So witness, when someone goes to the court to tell the judge about information about accident or crime scene or anything. Witness is the singular form, so we're gonna add es in the plural form. The plural form is witnesses. That's number one. Witnesses. Number two, a court case. A court case. When we go to the court to file a case, we're gonna file a case in the court, okay? And there's another word for this. It's called trial. So court case means trial. Number two, trial. So trial means court case. This is number two. Number three, loved very much. Loved very much. When you have something you really love very much, you can call it precious. Precious. So number three, it's called precious. Do you remember that movie, The Lord of the Ring? I don't know if you have seen it or not. There was that creature, the entire movie, that creature, he was holding the ring and he was keep saying, "This is my precious." So precious means something you really love or valuable for you. Number four, very happy. When you describe a state of very happy person, you can use overjoyed. So number four, overjoyed. So in the past tense, we're gonna just add ed. So it's gonna be overjoyed. Okay, so that's the state of very happy. We can say overjoyed. Okay, number five. Well, this is kind of gonna be, you know, strange for you guys because it's not applied here in Egypt. the 12 people in court who decide if a criminal is guilty or not. Okay, abroad, outside in Europe or America, they have in their courts 12 people sitting next to each other to decide if the criminal, whether he's guilty or she's guilty or not, you know. So they called jury. So number 5 is jury. Jury are the 12 people in court who decide if a criminal is guilty or not. Jury. Okay. So number 6, admitted doing something wrong. Admitted doing something wrong. He came to me to admit about doing something wrong, or she came to me to admit about something she did wrong. So she confessed, or he confessed. He confessed to me. Confess means admitting something he did wrong. Confess. Excuse me. So confess means someone came to you to tell you about something he did wrong. Past, we're gonna just add ed. He confessed to me about something wrong. All right. Number 7. The state of being very poor. The state of being very poor. What that's supposed to mean? When someone is really very poor, has no money, you know, he doesn't have anything to eat, he doesn't have any money, that state is called poverty. So the state of being very poor, number 7, is poverty. Okay, so when someone has nothing to eat or any money, it's called poverty. That's number 7. Okay, now number 8. Made someone believe something. Made someone believe something. Okay. Okay, that was a total disaster. Let's try this again. Alright, I still can't do that. Okay, made someone believe something. It's called convince. So, when you convince someone, okay, that means, let's just say an example for this. I'm telling you something and you're not believing me. So far, you're not convinced, okay? At the point you are believing in what I'm saying, that means you are convinced, okay? Made someone believe something, that's convinced, okay? My husband says I would enjoy a walking holiday, but I'm not convinced, okay? She told me that I'm going with her to the school, but I'm not convinced. He convinced me to go with him to the school, so I'm going. I'm convinced. Okay? So, next one, number 9 here, saying that someone has done something but having no proof. Okay, when someone comes to you and he's telling you or she's telling you that, okay, I've seen a lion. Really? Where? Over there. Okay, do you have proof? No. That called allege. Allege. She alleging that she have seen a lion. Okay? And that's called allege. Means she's saying something but has no proof, or he's saying something and he has no proof. That's alleging. Saying something has done something but having no proof. Alright, that's number 9. Number 10. To check a story. Okay, what the word we need to use for this, to check a story? Okay, it's called corroborate. Corroborate, right here. Okay, corroborate means to check story. We are checking on this. Okay, recent research seems to corroborate his theory. They are still looking for proof or evidence or something to add to his file, okay, to make this legal or, you know, licensed. So they still corroborate his theory. Corroborate means they still checking, to check. I'm going to corroborate. Okay, so that's number 10. Given a punishment. Given a punishment. The word for giving a punishment is sentenced, but it's only used in courtrooms. What that's supposed to mean? I can't, you know, punish someone in normal life and say sentence. No, that's gonna sound weird. We only use sentence in courtrooms. For example, he was sentenced for 10 years in jail. See? Punished, sentenced. But they didn't say punished because this is a courtroom. Okay? So he's going to spend 10 years as a punishment in jail. Okay? For whatever he did. Okay? So it's sentenced. Alright? So number 11 is sentenced, giving a punishment. Next one, died in water. Died in water means drowned. When someone is swimming, okay, when someone is swimming and he sink, okay, that's called drown. He died in water, drowned. Okay, so that's number 12. Died in water means he drowned or she drowned. Oops, I'm messing up again. Alright. Okay, thank God. Next one. Made something known to public. made something known to public. Okay, when you say something in public, it's called announced. Okay, so he announced. That means he talked in public. He let everyone knows. He let the news knows. The media knows. He announced. So the manager announced the new team leader's name. That means he talked in front of everybody in the company to let them know about the new team leader here. Okay, so he announced. So announced means made something known to the public. Okay. Next one, number 14. Gunned down under the water. Gunned down under the water. Okay, that's similar to drown. Sunk. He or she sunk. Okay, so, but in this case here, okay, she sunk last year in the lake, but she didn't die. She just sunk. She went under the water. He went under the water. But when you die, then we're gonna say he drowned because he already lost his life. He died, drowned. But sunk, he just gone under the water for a while. And they saved him, or he came back up. So she sunk last year in the lake, but she's still alive. Okay? Next one. So, the last one is number 15. A person who pretends to be someone else in order to trick people. What that's supposed to mean? When someone, you know, he pretends to be someone he is not, it's called imposter. Okay? Imposter. Someone is fake. He's faking his identity. okay, to allege or claim he's someone else, to try to trick people. It's called imposter, okay? He felt like an imposter among all those intelligent people, as if he had no right to be there. So he felt that he's a fake person among all the intelligent people, okay? That means he felt like he's imposter, he's a fake, because he can't go with the fact that they are more intelligent. So imposter means someone is faking his identity. He's stealing someone else's identity in order for him to trick these people. Okay, and that was number 15. So since we already have learned about the meanings, and we have got into the details of each one of them, we now can go back to the story and read it again on our own, and we will notice the difference now that we can understand every single detail in this story. That's for the reading. Also, I need you guys, this is going to be your workout, just to go ahead and try to work out on these questions on the reading. That's going to be a really good practice to make sure that you have understood everything correctly. Also, this part, understanding ideas. Why do you think that Lady Touchborn refused to believe that her son was... I need you guys to answer these 4 questions and send the answer to me directly, so that we can just make sure that we have learned and we got everything correctly. That's for the reading. One more thing I just need to point out, the irregular verbs. Of course you know about irregular verbs, but I'm just gonna try to make sure that everything situated in a proper way. The irregular verbs, like what? Like, for example, eat. That's the present tense. Ate, that's the past tense. And eaten, that's the past participle. That's a regular verb right here. Eat, ate, eaten. And also there is sink, sank, and sunk. That's the past participle. Sink, sank, sunk. And also ring. Ring, like the phone rings. Ring, rang. And the past participle is rung. Ring, rang, rung. To make your life easier, you can just go online and type in the irregular verbs, and it will show you all kind of irregular verbs that you will be using during your speech, that you need really to know all kind of irregular verbs and memorize as much as you can. So it will be helpful also in the grammar part to form a correct sentence, that we can be, that we can be speaking a proper English without mistakes. That's for the part here about the read and the story. We already have learned, like I said, the vocabulary, and we're gonna work out on these questions. I'm gonna be waiting on the ideas directly to me. I need the answer for these 4 questions. As for the homework, we're gonna go ahead and on the workbook, the workbook of yours, page 44 and 45. This is gonna be your homework. It's all about the vocabulary. That's also gonna be need to be done. And the next session, inshallah, we're gonna be working on the grammar part, which is the reported speech statements and the reported speech questions. We're gonna know the difference between both. And till then, thank you for listening and stay safe and bye.